There, I think it's working. How do I share? Sending is copy link. Let's see if I can put this on Face. Let's see if it works. Oh, I'm sound. Plug this in. Plug that in. Why rotate the... No, flip. No, not that flip. Come back. Uh-oh, I did it. Ooh, I got somebody watching. Try and figure this out. First time. I don't know who you are. See if I can get this laid out somehow. Poop, poop, poop. Hold out. I have no tools laid out, no nothing. I'm figuring this out as I go. I did have this together last night and then had to tear it back apart, but got the front iron sitting on the stand. It's clean. Everything hopefully is clean. If anybody comments, I'm not gonna be able to see. I don't think I have any sound on the phone either. The key. Figure out how to do this. That's the wrong O-ring. That helps. Ooh, this O-ring got stretched out. We might run into some issues tonight. though. I don't know if you can see it. I had this together all last night. And then when I was getting the tension bolts, or whatever you want to call them, in, I figured out that these housings, I assume, are an older generation housing. These two bolts are actually in the wrong spot. So I drilled them. But that means I had to tear it all apart. And I had to clean all these O-rings because I had it siliconed and all together last night. And I think I junked this O-ring. Trying to work it in so it actually, like, compress it back together. But it's a little long. So tonight might be a short night. Because I don't think this is going to work. I really don't think this is going to work. I can do the wrong thing. I can cut the O-ring, merge it together. It's just too long. Not gonna work. I'm gonna keep going around, keep trying it, but I don't think it's gonna work. Well, oh, let's get that out of the way. See how bad this one is. Oh yeah, that's stretched out too. Do the wrong thing or the right thing? The right thing would be to say, order new O-rings, take the loss, order new ones, and try another night. Or cut it, splice it, silicone it, and then have a leak later on. And then know exactly why it's leaking. Can you see? So, when this gets tore down here in a couple days because it's leaking coolant, everybody on here knows why. And I will too. the rotor on first. To already have this together, I need a side seal. Where did I go? Side seal. Corner seal, springs, side seal, oil controller rings. See what falls out when we flip it over. Get together. Looks like we're all together. That fell out of up here. So that goes. That goes right there. Let's make sure that corner seal's good. That corner seal's good. That corner seal's good. Okay. That's still greased up pretty good. There's a notch right there. That's gotta go there. Okay. Eccentric shaft. I know a Koopa needs attention. Yes, honey. I know a Koopa needs attention too. It sits over in the corner collecting dust. That goes like that. Now we can put this on. O-ring, O-ring, O-ring. Not done the right way. We're going to pretend. And we are going to stick that. Come on. Somewhere here. You won't be a pain. I should be getting good at this. I've done this a couple times. But we are not in the gear right. Come on, get in. Oop, I need the tins. Okay, now we're in there. Now we're in. It's a high possibility I don't know what I'm doing. Order, save yourself time having to redo it. It's easy to tear apart. What is the hunt? I'm life now. We're fine. It will only leak water if I have water in it. And if I wait to order new parts, that means it's not going to be running here in a short period of time. Missed my screwdriver. Holy crap, Kyle Yeager's alive? Haven't heard from you in a while. I'm not getting any notifications on comments, so if I read them, I read them. Silicone doesn't taste good. Oh no. and Dad are still the best. Okay. See, what makes a goodish mechanic is knowing when you do something wrong. But you continue going. Wow, I'm making something up. Okay, now the very fun part about this whole thing. There's little triangle pieces that go on the corner of these apex seals. And when I say little triangles, I mean little triangles. Little triangles. These are the corner of the apex seals. These go in here, and the little guys are spring-loaded. Which, okay, no big deal. See, that one stays. And you got this one. Oh yeah, see, that stays. And then this one goes in. See, it stays. No big deal, right? Oh, that's where the fun begins. Okay. O-ring, O-ring, O-ring. O-ring seated. Seal, side seal, apex. Everything is there. Now the fun part. This thing has to go in here. I'll bring you in way closer. Way closer. We're gonna have fun with this. Cause see how this shape is? Okay. See this hole that's in the center? Okay. Yeah, it's got to snake over that. Which means that eccentric shaft has to be lifted high enough that this can walk its way over that without moving that. And this little guy's heavy. See, I kind of position yourself up. That ain't work. Get back up there. This has got to go up. About there. And now I can't move. Because this. And then both of it's got to be moved together. And you got to listen. You got to listen. Very carefully. And get in the hole. None of those came out. None of them little triangles came out. Which is kind of a bad thing. That means I'm getting better. Okay, last night I had this all together. And then I had to tear it all apart. And I made it to this point last night where I fought with that. Oh. Problem number 2. No. This iron's not... Fuck. This iron's not going to work with this housing. Why didn't I see that last night? I think I'm done with this thing, so... Okay. Flip you around. This iron, or this housing, I had to replace one of them. And what I figured out last night is they changed the bolt pattern. And me being the wise, well, creativeness I can, I drilled those holes out. But I also noticed how that's a through bolt. Those are my originals, and it's not. Well, here's the problem I just found. That's gonna leak oil. That's gonna leak oil. so, and it's only going to do it on this iron, which means both of them are going to. The only option I would have, one, the right thing, is get the correct housings, because these rotor housings are not right for this motor. Or to literally weld that up so I can machine it flat so it'd seal. Not gonna happen tonight. And it's only on the center iron. Well, I can do the really, really, really wrong thing and just weld that up with it together, or I could weld it with silicone. Just has to hold the oil, right? It's not pressurized. Flex seal. I got JB Weld here somewhere. I do have JB Weld here somewhere. Can get that clean enough and stick some in there. Do some investigating. Splash Zone 2-part epoxy. That shit stinks. This is one of those moments where you stop while you're ahead. I don't possess that theory or mentality. So we continue until you can't continue anymore. That's the wrong thing to do. is all. Everybody's having their own little conversation now. This is not the right thing to do. Ooh, that's stickier than I thought. We're not going to speak of that. Okay. Now we're on timeline because I don't know how long that takes to harden up. Housing. It needs seals put on it again. lost my razor blade. Yeah, cheap gloves. Nothing to see there. Not gonna see. Nope. Nothing happened there. Do. That's so wrong. It's kind of like JB Weld, except baby poo. All right, rotor. Where is the notch? Come on. Those are apex seals. That little triangle makes the rest of that. That's what, well, I kind of blowed them up. There's springs that go behind them. For some reason, they're called apex seal springs. And then the wee little triangles that like to go flying. I blew this up a couple weeks ago now. Drag racing. 20 pounds of boost with not tuned at all. Wonder why. But I broke all 3 apex seals on the front rotor. It hurt the housing. It hurt the rotor. I could have filed and pretended it was all right, but that wouldn't have been the right thing to do. So I made everything worse on myself. Oh yeah. I guess you couldn't really see anything. Oil control rings. There are 2 rings here. There's springs behind them. Side seals. Corner seals. Apex seals are down in there. Springs are behind everything. Everything's in there. Oh, I'm missing a ring. Missing a ring. What did I do with the ring? The first time I rebuilt this last year was because this O-ring up front here, old, dry, hard, broke. Started leaking oil pretty bad. So that's when I tore it down for the first time. The porting in there was just horrible, the casting, so it had to be cleaned up. O-ring. Good. Ooh, I got a new pressure regulator. I gotta change that. My bags are in this thing. That's yeah, 'cause the other one's up front there. Go away. I need socket wrench, something big for that. Whoops. Dang it. Well, that's the wrong size. That is not the right size. A metric adjustable. Torque. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Look at that. Hey, we're not down all the way. There we are. I got to this point last night and I put this bolt in and it goes tink. Because it's different bolt pattern housings. Longer bolt goes there. Other dirty bolt probably goes there. Probably don't need to replace these seals because they're relatively new. Loose spike, broke 2 apexes. I had 1 apex seal. Not exactly sure what I did with it. It's sitting right here. No. The middle of the apex seal was hot. So I believe it went lean, which I did not boost reference power valve on the Holley carburetor. Also, I never retarded the timing. I never did anything different with the distributor side. So, probably too far advanced. I autocrossed it a handful of times. Well, not a handful of times, but a few. And also, well, I had quite a bit of street driving. But I think this drag race pass is the first time with the new rear axle, which I need to do a video on that. I built a rear axle for the car. So I went from 422 gears to 373s. And also went slightly taller tire. It was also first time drag racing it. So I believe essentially loaded the motor more, because with the 422s in it, just rev. It would go through the RPM so fast that you weren't really loading, working the motor. So I think that's what caused lean and a lot of ignition timing. Yeah, it's on the Austin Healey. That's on the Rotary car. I haven't posted much recently, but M90 supercharger with a 650 Holly. So the M90, that came off a mid-90s Buick. The drive pulley, that's my drive pulley setup. That pulley is actually the fan pulley off a little big truck. Had a spare motor and used that, so I think that's like 6.5 inch diameter, and the factory supercharger is 3.9 inch or something like that. So it's overdriven some. I should just grab a torque wrench. Definitely torque sequence, just go around. Definitely. Recommended, it's in all internet, everywhere. I just said there's a torque spec on these. See, this is about 6 foot-pounds. There's a torque sequence also. Completely the one I'm doing. See, and now this is like 10 foot-pounds. And then 180 rotation. Look at that. It's just perfect. Now, the one major thing that you should do while doing this is make sure to rotate the motor, make sure it still spins. They're still going down. Where'd my keyway go? There's my keyway. I can't get my keyway out. Oh yeah, we do have a new part for this that's going on. This flywheel. Oh, we still turn. Look at that. Good enough. So because I replaced one rotor, it was suggested to balance. And since I had unknown rear counterweight and unknown aluminum flywheel, might as well balance it all together. So this is going back together with the aluminum flywheel, which is gonna, I think that's like 11 pounds, where the factory is a lot more than 11 pounds. Okay, I gotta go grab a torque wrench. I'm up to 12 foot-pounds right now. That might have been 13. I think we're close to touching. Yeah, we gotta be close. Hopefully I have a torque wrench. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did I do with it? Oh no. Oh, way back there. I got this ugly thing that I hate. I absolutely hate this thing. With a passion. Battery's probably gonna be dead. No. Go down. No, not 250 foot-pounds. No, go down. Oh, jeez. 245. No. Oh, that's because I'm fat fingering hitting other buttons. No. No. Oh, that's because it only goes down to 25 foot-pounds. No. Not 250. Anything but that. $25. That's the lowest we got. Which I think is supposed to be 25. No, read out. Not calibrated. That's only saying 5. It's because I got the different ratchet. That was... Okay. Start here. Let's go up to 10. Go down here. Go up to 10. Probably here. 10. I did that one. Oh, no, I didn't. Totally know what I'm doing. Well, thanks for being here for it. I try and make slightly entertaining while screwing up my own stuff. One was used anymore. Well, you're not supposed to say that, wife. Plus, I also thought you were going to bed. I'm going to go sleep, but I'm going to sit up and supervise all night long. I'm just going random at this point. Did miss one. Okay, let's go around. 10, 10, 10. Well, that's 12. 10, 10, 11. Okay. 15. Well, say comment. Can I ask questions? Sure, ask questions. I'm not really watching the camera though. And I'm not getting notifications when anything comes in. I don't know how. I don't know how to turn that on. First attempt at going live. Plus, I kind of thought it'd be easier just to go live and just do dumb things because I got 4 videos that need to be edited and just don't have time to do it. So if anybody wants to edit some videos, and I really need to turn the fan because it's getting hot down here. Okay. Turn fan. Whew. Fan works. Okay. Flywheel. Make sure things rotate. Oh, yeah. Well, let's turn it the correct direction. I think it almost started. And I got my fingers. 20. Oh, we got beep at 20. We'll just go to the beeps. Just here to watch, take some beer. Well, that's a good thing. Stocky, see if I remember work on a coop, but no. Well, I can tell you, ECU stuff, I don't know. Literally this motor, I found it in an auction. for next to nothing. And this is my first adventure with rotaries. This is a 1980 motor, which I am learning is a 1 year only motor. And there's a lot of unique things about this motor that I keep learning. Hence the screw up last night. So switching ECUs, parts, pieces, stick to the same generation is what I'm learning. But to answer your question, truthfully, forums, ask others, possibly not me. Sorry. All right, one more. Good, good. Oh, that's so wrong. Okay. So I ordered a socket one time. For the first time I rebuilt this, and I never got it. I made one. It was literally temporary just to take the nut off, and then the new socket was going to come, so I'd have a replacement. Yeah. Temporarily permanent. And I'm definitely going to torque this down. That's good. Okay, those are not tight. Not torque tight. I don't have the size here. It's about 17 millimeter. Oh no, where's my 17? We're gonna pretend it's 18? Nope. 17 is right here. Oh, properly? it turn on? 30 seem good? Oh, stupid thing. It turns off. That really hurts the hands. Ow. Yep. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Oh, I dropped that. How long have I been at? An hour and 17. I'm not gonna worry about putting clutch stuff on it yet. I don't want to add the extra weight. I got a higher pressure regulator, which came off an FD. I guess a common-ish upgrade for these to increase oil pressure. Eee. Okay, you guys want to be positioned a little bit better? Like, so you can actually see something? I don't know, very much see. There's a pin. What did I just do with the pin? Really? Pin. That's why I can't have nice things. Okay. And also, another thing I did, let's get you down a little bit. I changed this oil pump. This oil pump is off, I don't think it was an FD. It might have been. It's the factory oil pump. If I set them half side by side, it's just barely longer. This one is, which doesn't take much to make it pump more. So it's higher volume set up now. And then with the pressure regulator, that's pressure relief. And then there's another, which actually I need to do. I need to change spring in there. How to do that? I don't know. I don't know how to change that. I don't know. But the kit. Dee, dee, dee. Pressure, front oil pressure return spring, regular spring. Looks like it should go in like right there. And then there's a couple shims. I gotta figure out how to get that out. I don't know if it just turns. I don't know if Micro's still in here or not, but I gotta change that. This should up the oil pressure. I think factory's like 60 or something PSI. That's factory one. Spring in there, pressure relief. This one's higher. Should put me up like 100 PSI. Which I didn't really do the anatomy of this. I just throwing it together quick, but the centric shaft, oil's pumped through that, and that is what cools the rotors on these. It sprays inside the center of the rotor. Engine coolant, water, whatever, antifreeze is on the outside perimeter. So majority of the cooling is actually from oil. So I ended up putting an external oil cooler on the car, and upping the oil pressure helps. Multiple reasons, but one is it pumps a whole lot more oil through it. And then the very, very fun part about this, and last time I had this apart, I screwed it up. There is not a conventional thrust bearing on these. Conventional meaning V8 stuff that I'm used to playing with. These actually have thrust roller bearings. And if you make an oops on it, you can crush the roller thrust bearing and destroy it and have a very bad time because you got the motor almost together and then you screw it up. So we're going to try not to do that this time. Okay. I haven't gone through a roll of paper towels yet. Let's get you up a little higher. See what I'm playing with here. And then down a little bit. Oh, look at that. This is the front gear and the front bearing. There's a bearing in there. Oil pressure's pumped into that. Yada, yada, all that good stuff. And then we have, this is the thrust plate. I said roller bearing, there's a thrust roller bearing. This is the thrust plate. There is a sleeve. So when you play with one of these motors, tear one apart, whatever, do not forget how this goes together. I'm missing a washer. Am I missing a washer? I'm missing a washer. How about this washer that's right here? Oh, look at that. Washer. There's a taper. Yeah, there's a radius down there, so the chamfer goes down. Then this. Make sure that is inside the middle there. This plate, which goes on this way. And this is the fun part. Oh, probably should have. It's clean enough. That goes there. And then these bolts go here. Probably should tighten this down before I drop that other bearing down on there, but oh well. I guess what I quit mid-sentence saying, if you tear one of these motors apart, all this front is held on by the front pulley. If you take that front pulley off, there's a high possibility that all that loosens up and that falls down like that. If that falls down and you tighten it back up, you crush it. From experience, you crush that. Don't crush that. Bad time. That's not the right size. I don't have the right size here. Oh, it's right there. About that much. A couple pounds more. Okay. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, not this counterbalance. This counterbalance. We're balanced now. Not the factory counterbalance. Up there, check. Okay. Reset you down on. I said on. And it clears those bolts. Keyway goes in there. Oh, yeah, look at that. And then I need a keyway for in there, which is right here, maybe. Come on, fingers. Work with me. Yeah, fingers don't want to work. That goes there. How about don't put this keyway in yet? Where'd that one go? Come on. Where are you at? Where are you at? There we go. I said get down on there. Definitely gonna do the right thing. Definitely gonna check why that doesn't go on there. Probably because that wasn't in there. Fingers don't want to work. Come on, get in there. Okay, try again. You go there. I lost the keyway. Oh, and it fell out again. Okay, stay there. Come off again. Try again. Why is everything so oily? Key in there. Looks like it's in there. Am I missing a spacer? I don't think I'm missing a spacer. So it's just not all the way down on. Keyway popped out again. Called up. Come on, little guy. You can do it. Stay in your home. Come on. I wonder. Yeah. This might not be the right key. That deeper than that one? Probably. Don't think I got a key with that pump. Though I might be in trouble. Where'd key go? I'm putting nicks in it. Come on. Yep, it's too tall of a key. So, I really don't think I got one when I got that pump. So that means this is the only key I got. Which means, well, one, I got a little nick on the top of it anyhow. It needs to be filed off. If I can find my file. Pretty good nick in that. It's the wrong key. Wrong key for that shaft. Keeps pushing it out. Symmetrical. Was this motor blown or you just... Well, yes, I blew it up. Hold on, where's it at? Here, I'll show you my carnage. Apex seal, said no more. 20 pounds boost. Without proper tuning, without proper ignition modifications. Drag racing it. It said no more. I hurt one rotor, one housing. Well, all three apex seals broke on the front rotor. This ain't gonna work. So I replaced, figured out this is a 1980 motor. It's a 1 year only. The rotor housings, the guy I was working with on getting parts, he had a pair of housings that would work on this, but the chrome was bad. My factory one is slightly hurt. I could probably, the couple little nicks that are in it, I could probably file out and use. But he did have some really nice housings. That is what I bought from him. But to find out, they must be a later or older motor, because the bolt pattern of tension bolts were actually wrong. Last night I was to the point of just put those tension bolts in and figured that out. So I'd tear it all back apart. 2 bolts were in the wrong spot. So I figured tonight I'll slap it back together. But then I also figured out down here on the side, my factory housings, this side bolt is actually exposed through the center iron and the housings. These housings, that bolt is actually captured, except now my center iron is exposed. And there's actually an opening down to the oil pan, so I did the really wrong thing and JB welded it, which worked really good on the intake manifold. Yeah, this ain't work. That key is not staying in there. It is bumping out every time. Maybe that was it. That was kind of a sharp edge. Yeah. I tried drag racing this. It's in a, I don't know if I followed the Rotary car at all, but it's a 63 Austin Healy Sprite. I put this motor in, supercharged it over the winter, been doing some autocrossing with it, and then I got the bright idea to take a drag racing a couple weeks ago. And I had just built a rear axle for it. It's a GM G-body 10 bolt. And so my first quarter-mile pass was kind of a baby pass. I wasn't shifting fast. I wasn't trying to make any that went on. I finally got it. All right, let's finish what I thought. It was a baby pass. I was just kind of feeling it out because that was literally the first time running that rear axle. I didn't want to break it on the first pass. And about 8th mile down, it started vibrating a little bit, which I had literally just thrown the drive shaft. I welded that together, so that's not balanced or anything. And so I backed out at about the 8th mile, and I coasted. I think it ran a 14.6 at 77 miles an hour. It's a 1,700-pound car with me in it, so I think that was that was heading for like a 12-second pass. So then my second pass, which was a little more aggressive, is when started misfiring about the same point. Started misfiring really bad. Nursed it back to the trailer and figured out. I had a pretty good idea what it was, but lost number 1 rotor. And then got it back here, tore it apart, and found all 3 apex seals were broke. Does the key clear on sprocket dry? What do you mean on sprocket dry? Oh, on that, yeah. I think it was just a little burr on there. So this is, I'm pretty sure, an FD. So like a 95. Basically a upgrade oil pump. This is the factory one, so I use the factory key. I think this was just a sliver deeper than that one. A little file work, a little here or there. What are we doing? Where are we at? I got too many tools laying here. And I can't see the one that I need. What's this? Is that it? Do we just... about that much. Okay. So... right there just to cover all this up. Is there an O-ring that's supposed to be in that? Yes. That's probably what that one is. Oh wait, the gasket. Yeah, there's no ring that goes in there. That's not it. That one it? That ain't it. There's no reason for an O-ring to be there. The front cover's not... Oh, I need that. That goes on there. I don't have the front cover cleaned up. Anybody else trying to talk to me? I'm not getting notifications if anything's coming through, so I'll be a little delayed on replying. I gotta put it up to top dead center, which is gonna suck because I can't see in the spark plug holes. I'm gonna take the distributor off. Front cover needs cleaned up a little bit. Oh, what time is it getting to be? 11 o'clock. Oh, that's where the pressure relief is. Oh, right there. That's where I put the spring. See, you learned something. What'd I do with my razor blade? See, I lost something. Somebody needs to clean their workbench up. This workbench is great. If you want to call it a workbench. It's an autopsy table from a veterinarian or something. Stainless steel, it's great. Facebook Marketplace. Okay. Silicone. I need to clean that a little better. Uh-oh. Okay. Yep. What size is that? Alright, that one. I don't have the socket here. In theory, that should be tapped in center. I have that marked there. These don't have timing marks except for what's on the pulley, and since I have this cog belt drive, I had to make this ring on the back side of the drive, and that is my timing marks. I have it marked on there because there's a little needle right there. So 100% that that's in the right spot? Nah. I do need to take that off. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Is that spring loaded? Nope. Take that out. And I have an upgrade here with some shims for oil pressure increase. Since I have the higher volume oil pump, this should be a longer spring. Slightly longer. Any shims in there? No shims. Okay. It also comes with three shims. I think I'm going to throw two in it. Those go right down there. That goes there. And that goes back in there. Now that increases the oil pump pressure. So that should put me up to, I think it was 80 psi with no shims. Oh, I don't remember what it was. I think all shims puts it up to like 120. This should put it like 100 psi. Okay. Razor blade. This. Got audio back? When you run higher pressure, are you doing thinner oil? No, I'm not doing thinner oil. Actually, I run kind of thick oil in this anyhow. I think it's 2050 racing oil is what I actually run, but one of the main reasons is we're gonna be running high RPM. This oh yeah, this these motors obviously need a lot of oil for cooling and stuff, but I have it balanced where this should be good easily for 10,000 RPM now. Supercharger is not going to be good for that, so that's going to be a limiting factor, but more oil, saving the bearings, pressurizing those. I could probably get away with some thinner. I wouldn't say like 520 or anything like that. I don't have the oil pan clean, but I can get the front cover on. Yeah, let's tip it up. Maybe. Make it look like a motor. That look a little better? I'm gonna put the alternator, this cool custom bracket that I'm losing washers, shims from, that I haven't cleaned up. Now that gasket actually came off really nice and clean. I'm gonna do the wrong thing and put it back on. Okay, this right here. Oh man, not enough stickiness. Okay, now the fun part. What do I do with the bolts? Ow, my fingers are there. I built this whole bracket. I got a remote water pump on it. The factory water pump pulley would have been like right down here. It would actually hit this pulley. I couldn't do a supercharger drive with factory water pump on it. So I built this bracket. And it's just 1/2 inch plate of aluminum, laser cut it out, designed it up, send, cut, send. Then I welded these two dash 16s on it. Seems to work all right. Haven't had any issues other than installation. This bolt's really fun to get to. And when I say fun to get to, I mean you can't get to it. Ow. And this one's a whole lot easier if you take the alternator off. Or if we just turn the alternator. Ugh. Whoa, look at that. This is one of those, and him engineer designed it up, never gonna work on it. Fuck. Need some special tools to get to it. It's like putting an oil filter right above a cross member. So when you take the oil filter off, it drips and makes a mess over everything. There's a better way of doing it. Actually, truthfully, there's probably no better way of doing this one. That bolt's just in a bad spot. Might be tight enough. Probably should loosen that since I can. I need a belt. Yeah, I know it's not timed or anything. I gotta get in here. I gotta get the mechanical advance, weld that up or lock it, whatever. And I won't hook up the vacuum. So I won't have vacuum advance, I won't have mechanical advance, so I need to get it top dead center, get it timed. I think be good like 12 degrees, maybe 15 degrees with the mountain boost I'm running. So I get that figured out. Got an aluminum flywheel on it that will be new. Internal wise, it's just different rotor housings. So I got new rotor housings on it, I believe off an older motor, which has had issues. There. So we'll see if that holds together. Not really worth what I did putting those on. Put that nut on there before I forget and lose it. Can I get that down in there further? There we go. Come on. Struggling. But I get the distributor figured out and then get the car down. That's the car as it sits right now. Get down and get this motor slept in and get the clutch put back together completely, get the transmission on it, and get it put in the car. But that will only take, it's easy to put a motor in this thing. I do have the rear axle. It's custom made that I did. It is a GM 10 bolt. I narrowed it up and then put Chevy Cobalt wheel bearings on the outside. So basically converted it to 4-lug. And I cut and welded myself the axles, but I have Miata brakes, Chevy Cobalt wheel bearings on a GM 10 bolt with 373 gears. It is an open diff. It's an open diff, but with my wishbone style rear suspension that's on it, it actually works pretty good. And then with the big slicks on it, it does all right. So I'm gonna call it for the night. Thanks for watching. Oh, I can show you a supercharger. This is the modification I did on the carburetor. Can you see? Right there. I got a brake line on my carburetor. That's a boost reference power valve, which I've never played with carburetor boost combination stuff, so new combination for me. So hopefully now we don't lean it out and blow it up. But I think I got, 2 hours in throwing a motor together. So thanks for watching. I'm going to go bed now that it's starting to rain. So thanks. How do I stop video? I don't know how to stop video. End stream. End. Bye.